Welcome to the southwest of South America in Ecuador, the Galapagos Islands, or the island of Fernandina. Here there's no access to fresh water. It's a very arid zone. But this is the home to the land iguana, which burrows its own holes in the ground for creating its own habitat. And it lives amidst vegetation from which it accesses fresh water because there is no fresh water on this island at all. So it relies on plants for survival, both for food and water. And it relies predominantly on the cactus, but it will eat any vegetation that it can find. I wonder how the cactus gets access to fresh water when there is no fresh water on the island. Or is it able to drink salt water? I don't know. That's something else I'd have to study. I think it has something to do with the taproot. I wonder how the iguana has adapted to eating such a prickly plant without being hurt too. Because it is pretty prickly, you can see it. But for some reason it has the ability just to chew through it, no problem, without being hurt. Now, iguanas are also scavengers, so they're not just herbivores. In fact, they're more of an omnivore. They're unique because they eat almost anything to gain access to abiotic elements like carbon for growth and water, which is needed for it to stay alive. The species that I'm focusing on here, as you can tell, is the land iguana, which eats mainly cactus, which is the main source of carbon and water for it. But you can see there that they're scavenging too. By consuming and scavenging, the land iguana is actually helping promote sustainability in the ecosystem by recycling carbon. And the land iguana, again, main food supply is the prickly pear cactus. So many species found throughout the island, anything from Galapagos hawk to lizards to snakes to grasshoppers. And they're a primary consumer because they mainly eat plants. So the iguana eat the cactus. Iguana are eaten by the Galapagos hawks. The hawks die, iguana will eat them, and the cycle continues. The fungus will consume any other living material because it's a decomposer. Scavengers are hawks and the iguana. So they're all intertwined in this dance of survival. This is a very simple food web, which it shows that the cactus is a producer, meaning it collects sun's energy and water, and it creates its own food, provides food for primary consumers like the land iguana. And then the land iguana is food for secondary consumers like the Galapagos hawk, which is food for other scavengers, even other hawks, which is food for decomposers. And the decomposers will break down all carbon matter back into the basic abiotic elements, making it available for plants and bringing it back to the land iguana again for consumption, back through the cycle. So this is Fernandina. Let's go home.